Hey Mel, we're right at the 4:05 mark. Should we get started?
Yes, we should. Again, welcome all to this session of Admitted Spartan Day, sponsored by the College of Social Science and the Access Center. Welcome to the room. I think some of you already got started with the icebreaker. Put your name and the college that you are transferring from in the chat box. It looks like we have a lot of entries. We have Allison from Maloney College, Susie from Cabrillo College, uh, Omi from, again, Cabrillo College, Rosalinda from EVC, Jasmine Duarte from San Jose City College, Abel Reyna from Fresno City College. Patricia, you're from Fresno, right? Yeah.
I went to grad school there. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Then we got Mohammed from Evergreen Valley College, Josephine from Mission College. So we have and we have Mark Helsing from De Anza College, and yeah, we have a lot of representation from the Bay Area. We have one from Central California. Is anyone transferring from another four-year college? Anyone transferring from another four-year college, like an in-state college like USC or UCLA or another CSU? Okay, all community college transfer students. Fantastic. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, we have Nick from Irvine Valley College. That's in Irvine, correct? Yeah, obviously. Is it in Irvine, Nick? Irvine Valley College? I would just assume it's in Irvine.
Yes, it is.
All right, fantastic. Well, welcome. Before we get started, let me actually give you some highlights of San Jose State that you may not have known about. I've written them down. According to US News, World and Report just recently, San Jose State is number 7 academically out of the 66 public universities rather, in the West. Money Magazine listed us as number 24 best college in America. Out of all the colleges and universities across this great country, we were number 25. That's a great recognition. Some of our famous alumni here at San Jose State are as follows. And we have a lot of great ones, but I've listed 4. Bill Walsh, the Hall of Fame head coach from the San Francisco 49ers. Amy Tan, the famous writer who wrote the novel Joy Luck Club. Stevie Nicks, the lead singer from one of my favorite groups, Fleetwood Mac. I'm old school, so some of the old school fans should recognize Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. John Carlos and Tommy Smith, the Olympic sprinters, the medal Olympic sprinters, whose statues are actually right in front of Clark Hall. So those are some of the highlights of San Jose State, some of the things that we are very proud of here. And you should be proud of too. Now, this is Admitted Spartan Day. All of you folks have been admitted to San Jose State, but you haven't quite decided yet to come to San Jose State. Again, take a look at some of our university highlights that I presented, and also take a look at some of the other things that we have as well. So we have a lot of things to offer. And for the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour, we're going to actually share with you some things that we do in Access Center, such as advising and some of the services we provide. And hopefully through the presentation and the interaction between the advisors and you guys, you can decide to come to San Jose State. So again, welcome to San Jose State, and welcome to this session, and we'll actually get started. Go to the next slide, please. All right, check out the list of our other available sessions at sjsu.edu/admitted Spartans. And you can follow us on Instagram at Future Spartans. And so for some of you tweeters, is that the correct word? Tweeters, yeah. Hashtag SJSU Bound 21 and hashtag Admitted Spartan Days. You can actually follow us there as well. Next slide. All right, here are some of the bullet points, some of the things we're going to be talking about today. Center information, our access staff, we're going to introduce ourselves, our majors, services, and at the end, or near the end, we have a Q&A session.
So as we are talking through the whole presentation, what we decided to do is put a link in by Polls Everywhere. So you'll be able to submit your questions you may have throughout the session through the link that I just posted in the chat. You can also vote up questions if someone may have the same question that you have. And then towards the end, we will pull those questions up for our Q&A and answer them as they come. So this is our Access team, all the advisors that work in the College of Social Science, academic advisors, and each one of us will start introducing us. We're going to start first with Mel. And Mel, you're muted.
You know, that happened this morning and it happened again. All right, my name is Mel Brown. I'm the senior advisor here for the Access Center. I'm a proud alumni of San Jose State. I graduated from San Jose State way back in 1993 with a degree in social science. And then I graduated with a master's degree at North Central University, Masters of Higher Education. And I've been with Access now for since 2016. And I'm very happy to be here. One of my favorite aspects about advising is just the casual conversations that I have with students. Normally in my office, when I was in my office, I played music like jazz and old school R&B, and I used to chop it up with some of the students about their musical taste. In terms of my favorite types of advising sessions, I like the graduation planning sessions. I like it when students are happy about graduating. They retell some stories of difficult classes and some of the things that they have to overcome, and just to see people's faces as they approach the finish line, and also understanding what they would need to graduate is definitely fulfilling. So those are some of my highlights of advising. And a little bit about me.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophia Vu. I am an academic advisor here at Access. I've been part of the team for about a year and a half now. I graduated with my master's degree from University of the Pacific, the degree in education with a concentration in student affairs. Like Mel, I love the casual conversations with students. That's what makes advising really fun, just getting to know you all as individuals, getting to know what it is you want out of your degree, and just kind of like your aspirations. It's really great getting to be able to be part of your academic journey. My favorite part of advising students is helping students navigate if they can fit a minor into their plan. I love talking about minors with students because yeah, sometimes you can do a minor to have it complement your major, but sometimes you do it just because you want to learn about a new subject. And I love just getting to learn more about your personalities. I also love working, especially with transfer students. I used to work at a community college myself, so I understand the different languages and the different nuances from coming from a California community college to a CSU. So that's something that I really enjoy doing.
And hi, everybody. My name is Patricia Yana Macias. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm also an academic advisor. This is close to my first year working here in Access. And I did my master's in education at Fresno State. So I have been at 2 other CSUs before coming to work at San Jose State. So I've since the beginning has started working with transfer students. So definitely understand the different challenges that transfer students go through, and get really excited to talk to transfer students about their long-term and short-term goals, especially as it pertains to graduate school or anything that you feel like you want to get involved. I love talking to students about the resources that are available to you on and off campus. And so we will talk about now in terms of your academic, things that you can choose from the College of Social Science as it pertains to majors. This is a list of all of our majors from African American Studies all the way into sociology. This is just the majors. We didn't list the concentrations and also the minors that we also offer in the College of Social Science. And so if you are exploring or thinking about changing we can always have that conversation as we get closer and closer to orientation as well as the beginning of the semester.
Okay, so the biggest difference in terms of community college advising versus advising here at San Jose State is that advising is decentralized in the sense where you may have had one community counselor help you with all aspects of your educational plan. At the community college here, we kind of divide it up between major advising and access advising. So what we do here at Access is that we help you out with your overall plan. We help you take a look at your general education requirements. You may have already completed this at community college. You might be working on your associate's degree for transfer, in which you're already GE certified. You might be working on, or finished up your IGETC. You might have finished up your CSU breast. And if you finish that up, then your GEs are good to go. But there are still other requirements you have to meet in order to earn your degree here. So we can help you make sure that you meet those degree requirements. Um, we'll work with major advisors closely with you to help come up with your academic plan. So to help you figure out the rest of your time here, generally it's going to be around 4 semesters, give or take. And so we can help you plan that out in detail, what each semester would look like in general. We also have a new service called academic coaching. So the main difference between academic advising and academic coaching is that academic advising is kind of getting to the nitty gritty of helping you get to your degree and the specific steps you'd have to take. Academic coaching is more so taking a look at the goals and kind of the skills you need to build in order to get to that place. So we help you set academic goals, career goals, personal goals, and we serve as just a coach and a support system for you along the way. So this is something that we just started this semester that is going really well. We have a lot of our transfer students also participating in it, and we're hoping to offer it for a wider population next semester. We also have something called probation advising. So if you are ever in academic difficulty and your academic standing gets to probation, then we have all the tools and all the support systems to help you get back on track. So this is a program to really just help provide you with all the support you need to get you back into good standing. We have tutors in our office or in our center as well. So there are tutors at other aspects of campus. So like in Spartan, in Pure Connections and in the Student Writing Center. But for us here, we have tutors who are specifically students within the College of Social Sciences. So if you want kind of more of that tailored support, if you want to make sure you're working with someone who kind of knows what these classes look like, then you can meet with one of our tutors here. And then we also have career counseling. So this is something that we really encourage students to do is right when they get to San Jose State, whether they're a fresh student or a transfer student, then you consider meeting with a career counselor. And so we do have a liaison at the career center. So she is a career counselor who helps students navigate positions and earning and getting internships, developing a resume for fields basically within social and human services and education, kind of just the fields that the College of Social Science students generally go into. So as I had mentioned earlier, being a decentralized campus, there are 2 types of major advisings you will have to kind of navigate. So again, I mentioned all of the access advising information and stuff. So that would be, taking a look at your overall plan, but you would also meet with a major advisor. A major advisor is a faculty member within your major department who helps you navigate your major classes specifically. So they can help you figure out which classes to take in which semester regarding your major classes specifically will help you with the rest of the picture. So working with both of us in conjunction will make sure that you have a smooth time here and help you get to your degree faster. And then also in this plan, as you can see, we do recommend the career counseling. And then we have the other services listed here like tutoring, peer mentors, and workshops. So right now we are virtually advising everything online, just like most universities right now. In the fall, we are slated to come back to campus, but we are still going to be conducting our advising appointments online. If you decide to do so, you wouldn't have to come to campus to see us. So right now, everything is done through Zoom. If you do need to have your appointment through the phone, we have that as an option as well. In addition, here are some other online support services. You can check out our website website at www.sjsu.edu/access. If it is off hours, if it's the weekend and you have a question about just one of our programs, if you just want to see how to make an appointment with us, check out our website. We'll have all the information there for you. We also have a program called Spartan Connect. So this is your appointment scheduling program. So once you log onto there, you can make an appointment with any one of us. It's really easy to navigate. And you can also find really flexible appointment times with us. If you book an appointment, you're probably going to get one sometime within that week. You wouldn't have to wait a couple weeks out unlike some other centers. And then we also have a dedicated Canvas course for transfer students this upcoming fall. So it's going to help you navigate your first semester at San Jose State as a transfer student, give you some nudges and tips on what to do during your first semester here, and just give you that overall support. And we'll have a lot of guides on there for you. So just more of these online resources that you can take a look into if we're not there. But of course, if you have any questions about anything at all, we are just an email away. We're very quick with responding. We do have some peak times, like right now, things are getting a little bit hectic. So just give us around 24 to 48 hours as a response time. Otherwise, we're really, really quick. And our goal is always to help you answer your question as soon as possible.
So now we will be answering the questions you may have. I have posted the link again in the chat in case you need to ask any questions, and then we'll ask in order. I do see that there are some questions and people have voted up. So if someone has already asked your question, you can always vote up the question. So let's get started. So for the first question we have, I'm planning to transfer to SJSU for the fall. When would I be able to team up with an Access team to assist me in creating an academic plan prior to, it looks like they mentioned registration? Registering for classes.
Okay, I can definitely take this one. Be on the lookout for mandatory transfer advising days. So we can actually, on that particular day, you're going to get general advising from us. You're going to actually see us again. And then
orientation, right, Mel?
Yes, orientation, excuse me. Yeah. You're going to actually see us again for general advising. And then afterwards in the afternoon, you're going to be teamed with a major advisor. So they can actually help you out with registration as well. There is also a question of when do transfer students register? So this actually goes along with your question. I believe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, transfer students can actually register sometime in late May, early June. So you can actually register for classes before orientation. And also before that time, or actually during that time, you can actually make an appointment to see one of us, and we can give you some pre-advising and source you to different roadmaps that can help you actually choose classes as well. So, but in terms of advising and planning, most of that is actually going to be done through transfer orientation.
Yes, and so this summer we're actually the university is changing the way that orientation is brought to the students for transfer orientation. So transfer students won't be actually able to register until June 16th as of what I know today. Mm-hmm. So if there's any changes or anything, you should always look up to your emails to see any updates. But we're trying to change advising or transfer orientation advising to try to help you break up certain things, because there are certain things that you won't be able to do at specific times. Just as we're getting your transfer credit report, we're going to help you also understand your degree requirements, as well as just prep you to that transition to campus. So there will be times that you will be all specifically meeting with us that will be required. And other times we can definitely meet up or do a follow-up appointment after if you do need more personalized or a specific situation where you need to meet one-on-one with us, we are available during the summer. It'll just be a little bit of a transition as we're trying to get all your credits transferred and counted for here during the summer. So it'll take a bit of time, but you won't actually be able to register again until sometime around like June 16th.
Right. And I think our answer also took in account the question, is access available for us taking summer session classes? And for those who are actually taking summer session classes, you definitely can, talk to us and we can give you, basic general advising at that time.
Yeah. Your account may not be completely set up yet for you to book directly with us, but just send us an email saying
Yeah.
that you're a transfer student and you want to meet with us, and then we can get that situated. But like Patricia mentioned, it's going to be the most effective if you meet with us once your official transfer credits from your previous community college have gone in, so we can have an overall picture of your plan. Otherwise, if you meet with us and there's nothing in the system, then you'll just look like a first-year student with blank credits. So it just makes it easier if we have some kind of history on you.
Right.
And also, we'll send you information again directly to your emails about pre-orientation, and that will happen sometime around mid-May to the end of May. So around that timeline, we will discuss how we'll get in the ground and talking to you about how registration takes place. Because for a lot of transfer students, a lot of y'all want to know what classes you need to take and make sure that you don't get surprises. That's exactly what we're there for, is just making it really clear and try to make sure that you understand what classes to take. So when the time comes to register, you have an idea and a plan of what that would look like for you. Again, mid-May, we will have the pre-orientation. June 16th, you will actually register. And then later on, we'll get to more of the details as they come during the summer. But again, you are highly encouraged to meet with us even before the semester starts if there is any changes that you need. As again, some students may feel more comfortable doing hybrid online. There's going to be different modes of classes that will take place. As fall, we are starting to come back to campus by a smaller chunk of people. And that not everybody will be in person for sure. So is taking class in summer can be counted. So if you are currently either taking classes this semester or this term, and then you're also thinking about taking some summer classes, they will be counted as in progress. So it won't be automatically in your transcript. You will need to send again your transcript to SJSU. You can also just have a note for us if we ever meet individually to see what class is counting for. That way we can kind of anticipate what that would look like for the remaining of your requirements.
Also, can I add something else to that question? For folks who are actually taking community college classes during the summer, and a lot of you may be actually doing that to fulfill requirements or to finish off your AA. In the application process, you will have actually may have sent a final transcript before that. If you're in that particular situation, then you would need to actually send a follow-up transcript once you've completed that summer class, just to make sure that all classes are actually transferred over properly. Because the way classes are actually transferred over to San Jose State is through you actually bringing over or transferring transcripts to San Jose State. So if you're in that situation, just remember, after you take that summer class at a community college, have that final transcript sent in.
And also just make sure if you are currently thinking about taking the summer class or during the summer, you're in progress of finishing, you can always request your transcript to be, once you kind of enroll in the classes, to send the transcript automatically after grades are posted or your grades are already posted in the transcript. So that can also happen. So here we go. The next question.
Add to that, sorry. So one last thing to add to that is if you're referring to summer at San Jose State, that is a possibility as well. You will not be considered a current student though if you take that class in the summer. So you do have to sign up through a program called Open University. So you can just Google SJSU summer, or I can drop the link into the chat to learn a little bit more about that, but it is possible. It's just, again, you're not considered a true student yet until the fall that is when you've been admitted for. But that was if the question was referring to summer at San Jose State at all.
And again, the student or another person also had this question. Again, you won't be able to actively register for classes for the fall until June 16. And we will all guide you through the process of registering if you need that extra assistance. I am an upcoming transfer student and was concerned about how common it is for transfers, college enrollment to be delayed given transcript delays. For your example, let me try to see if I can read the whole question here. Yes, I'm going to read the whole thing. I am an upcoming transfer student and was concerned about how common it is for transfers, college enrollment to be delayed given transcript delays. For your example, your community college is taking longer than expected to verify SCSU a GETC credit completion despite submitting your transcript request on time. Any tips?
Yeah, that one is,
Yeah.
it's a real thing, definitely. So what we, unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do to expedite it, but we can do is if you give us your unofficial transcript, we can do some kind of unofficial evaluations based off that. We can avoid the courses that you believe that you'll be earning credit for. The nice thing too is that at a community college, you're only taking lower division classes. At a San Jose State, you're taking upper and lower. So if we make your fall schedule fully upper division, there's no chance that it's going to really overlap with any of the courses you've already taken at community college, again, because they're classified differently. So we can just use your unofficial transcript as a way to kind of guide us until the official one does come through. I know that the university, the registrar's office, they do process them in batches. So hopefully, like generally everything is in before the semester starts. I haven't really seen a case where, we really trickle into the actual semester and you're still stuck. But again, we can definitely focus on just the upper division classes in which we know that wouldn't be touched by your previous courses already, and use your unofficial transcript to guide you.
And also just to follow up that, pay attention to those transcript deadlines and the deadlines in terms of submitting paperwork. That's also important as well. And an overall message in terms of an important tip, read your messages and read your emails, because oftentimes we will inform you through emails and messages about different deadlines. And if you forget those deadlines or skip those deadlines, that could be the result would be actually delay in admissions, and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, and then also if there is the issue about the transcript, it is always helpful to send us a copy before our appointment. That way we can do more of the work behind the scenes to make sure that it's we have enough time to look at it. Because if there isn't a long, extensive class, we have to go one by one to just make sure that it is articulating in the way that you intended it to. And so the next question, can we find your emails on the website? Our personal emails? Definitely. Yes, we have a bio, our emails personally, if you have any preference of meeting with any advisor. There is no particular advisor assigned to you for access. You can meet with anybody and multiple. If you have like, oh, I want to meet with all of them, then you can meet with all of us throughout your whole time since you start till you finish. So there is no particular one that you have to always see or one that you are assigned to. And we will show at the end of the Q&A our contact information or also our website. Am I able to get an access advisor to assist me in developing my I'm assuming it's my academic plan or a roadmap. What if I am road trip map?
Sure, we can.
What if I am admitted under a major and realize it should be a different one? Definitely. This happens a lot, especially as you're transferring and then you're figuring out, I, applied for this major, but I actually want to change plans. That does happen. And whenever that does happen, we can definitely personalize and get you started on, if you are considering something, we always advise to meet with a career advisor if you're still exploring and don't know where to get started. If you have an idea, then we can definitely pull up what the requirements are for the next major that you are. Depending on what you want to switch into will determine the timeline on when you will be able to declare. But that won't happen again anytime soon right now on paper. But we can definitely get you started. A lot of the SUSU or GE requirements are very similar across all majors. So a lot of the stuff that you will have to do in terms of GE or university requirements are very similar.
Also, too, just to add, if you want a physical copy of your roadmap, you can actually Google SJSU roadmap. And I believe it's that first link will show our university catalog. You click that 4-year roadmap link. It'll take you to every single 4-year roadmap that we have here in terms of our majors. Then you go to the College of Social Science and then find your particular major, and it'll have that roadmap. If you're Justice Studies, sociology, communications, it'll have that 4-year roadmap for you right there.
Yeah, and the roadmap is a template. So just keep aware that there's some things that you might have already completed or some things that you need to complete. The roadmap is a template. If your timeline is different, that is okay. That's practically normal. And so when we actually meet with you one-on-one, that we can do a personalized one, an academic plan, where we can get you started. And then you will be meeting with your major advisor to confirm all the major requirements. And that's how you'll be able to complete your academic plan. If, again, like Sophia says, if you are interested in a minor, double majoring, or any of the combinations, you will be meeting with several people, but we'll also guide you on the next steps. And then someone asked, I tried to set up an appointment for major advising and a minor and received the message saying, we won't be meeting with incoming transfer students until May 24th, 2021, and new students until orientation has begun.
Yeah, that is something that the major departments administer. It's their decision whether or not to meet with students ahead of time. My suggestion would be to simply email us, and we can set up an appointment where you can actually come in and we can advise you in terms of general advising when it comes to major related questions. So we can help you with things such as looking at your roadmap. And if your transfer work is in, we can actually take a look at your My Progress report, which everyone has access to. We can do some GE advising. And on the same My Progress report, if you scroll down that page, we can take a look at your major classes as well and kind of get a gauge of what major classes you'll be taking. But yeah, that's true. A lot of departments do dictate when they see students during orientation, and then you just, you would have to simply follow that. But again, in the meantime, you can meet with an Access advisors, and we can address any general issues you may have.
Actually, I want to clarify that email. That I believe that one did come from our SOSI inbox that
Oh,
our
okay.
put in. So all that has to do really is because we have a high volume of students right now at this time for our current students. So we you could still email us for us individually for questions. At this point you have gotten to know the three of us pretty well during this time. We're more than happy to answer any questions you have through email. But if you're going to email our general inbox, you may be sent that message and not be able to get an appointment. So it might be harder for you to make an appointment with us until that date, but again, the three of us are more than happy to answer any questions you might have through email. And again, you can find our contact information on our website, or you can also just take a look at our names. There's just a period between our first and last names. So that's how our email naming conventions are.
And also the reason why, again, the May 24th is because you will be required to meet several times during the summer to do that. So we just want to make sure that we are able to address a large group of people at the same time to be able to answer the same, because most of the people have the similar questions, and you will be required to go. So we're just trying to figure out how to put the volume of students that we currently have and also the incoming, as well as looking at making sure that if you are currently taking courses, that there's a grade posted in there, because it might also not be the most accurate academic plan for you if there are some things that you may have not gotten credit for these upcoming terms that are still pending. And then the last question is, do we have to wait until June for access to these tools and services? And what I mean is all the SGSU account, right? If you are accessing everything, or even the services, right?
Again, you can, email us, general questions, and we would be able to help you there. So in terms of general advising, you have that actually right now through emailing us through the email, which we will present in a few minutes, or our individual email addresses. In terms of other tools and services,
I believe that doesn't happen until you actually accept to be a student,
right.
and then your account and ID will start being activated sometime in the near future. Once you are like a fully, you won't establish full enrollment and everything until really the next coming semesters, until you enroll in classes, and also you establish enrollment by a certain date sometime around the fall. So to access the services, you would be able to start doing that most likely in the summer. I'm sorry, where can you find your contact information? We're about to post it up right now. Is there any other questions through our link here? If not, we will go to the next slide.
Okay, so here is our contact information. As I mentioned before with the highlights, Tommy Smith and John Carlos, the famous Olympians. There's a statue right in front of our office, Clark Hall. We're in Clark Hall 240. So when we get back on campus, please visit us at Clark Hall 240. www.sjsu.edu/access is our website. That's the website where you can actually schedule appointments and actually get general information about events, general information in terms of advising. That's where you can actually get that from. There's our phone number, 924-5363. And there's our general email address, socialsci-success@sjsu.edu. You can email us any question, or you can actually look up our general emails and actually ask questions through there as well. Again, email is the best way to contact our center. And again, we hope to see you all here in fall 2021. Though you guys are all admitted to San Jose State, oftentimes students may go elsewhere to other CSUs, to other universities, but we really and truly want you to come here at San Jose State. We have a lot to offer. I would, if you get the opportunity, come down and actually visit our campus, walk through the campus. We have several new constructions going up. We have a new science building. I don't know if that's completely built. I haven't been on campus for a few months, but we have, just a lot of good things to see on campus. So if you can, go ahead and actually visit the campus and walk around. As you can see, we have a lot to offer. And once we're all situated and back on campus, I hope to see each and one of you. If not through a Zoom link, hopefully in our offices where we're advising you one-on-one. Okay. And again, we're glad that you dropped by. We're glad that you actually listened to our session. Have a great weekend, and please be safe out there. And again, here is our contact information once again. If you have any questions that you didn't have time to actually present, or there was a question that popped in your head over the weekend or in the future, please go ahead and email us. And there's our contact information. Again, thank you guys for joining. Please have a great weekend, and please be safe out there. Thank you guys very much.
And we'll stay a couple of minutes if anyone has personalized questions or anything. But other than that, thank you all so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's a